Bop, bop, bop. You know what it is. Geeks are back in action. 2023 main card video picks and predictions. Let's get after it. We've got Sean Strickland stepping up against Nasruddin Imavov. 5 round scrap at the apex. Let's get it, boys. Let's go. First fight of the main card. We got Umar Nurmagomedov coming out against Raoni Barcelos. Umar is 15-0. Raoni 17-3. Lines disrespecting Raoni Barcelos. They got a huge favorite as Umar Nurmagomedov. Man, I mean, he is really good. He is crazy good. We did just see Raoni Barcelos lose to Victor Henry in kind of like an outclass kind of thing. So if you kind of can see him doing that, I think that Umar probably definitely can as well. He is phenomenal, 15-0 for a reason. But I'm not going to let that line kind of persuade me in any way. I think Umar wins this fight. I do love Raoni. I do think he's good, but I just think that there's levels. And as much as I like to say that there's levels when Raoni's fighting other guys, there's levels here. I hate to say it, but it's true. Umar will win this fight. Raoni's tough, so give me decision. Give me Umar by decision. What do you got, Dano?
I like Umar on this one. Pretty much same thing that you said. Props to Ryoni, but I'm gonna be riding with Umar. I just really think the hype train continues, the streak continues, the Nurmagomedov name momentum continues.
Let's go, Goosey. What do you got?
I'm taking the dog in this one. All right. I'm a simple guy. I see Ronnie Barcelos plus 500. I pick Ronnie Barcelos plus 500 because I really don't think that there's a dude in the UFC in his division that should be that much of a favorite against him. He has no weaknesses. You might be able to go out and get the better of him. I think him and Victor Henry went out there, had a good scrap, but Victor Henry does some things well that I don't think Umar will be able to do as well. I think his boxing's a little bit crisper. I think he's a little bit more slick. Umar likes to dominantly grapple and throw kicks on the feet. I think Barcelos 94% takedown defense. I like that. I think he'll be able to keep this on the feet. And then if they get stuck there, he pushes a better pace than Umar. He's got better hands than Umar. The kicks obviously are going to be a problem, but I think that Ronnie Barcelos throws those nasty leg kicks. He's got pop in his hands, and a lot of value is what I'm seeing on Ronnie Barcelos. So that's what I'm going to pick in this one.
Let's go, Fishman. What do you got?
Yeah, this fight is going to be a banger, I think. But Umar, he's my fighter of the week, just because he's a different type of Nurmagomedov. He's not super grappling oriented, where he's just gonna come out and just shoot for the takedown immediately. I've seen him, like Goose said, throw some crazy kicks. And but yeah, with Hyoni, he's a dog, and he's a very good dog pick here. But I'm gonna ride with Umar. Another crazy stat that he has is strikes absorbed per minute is 0.37. So I mean, he has to fight for a whole 3 minutes, bro, to get hit one time. So I mean, he doesn't get hit. His defense on the feet is good, and I mean, he's gonna try to take it to the ground. He's gonna have a gas tank. So I'm riding with Nurmagomedov.
Let's go. Moving to the next fight, we got a girl scrap, female boot. Ketlin Vieira versus Raquel Pennington. I'm taking Ketlin Vieira. I think that Raquel Pennington has been almost bullying girls in a way. She plays a very physical game plan where she likes to pressure girls up against the fence. She likes to kind of walk them down. Ketlin Vieira, big girl for the division. Really good like judo tosses and like all kinds of like trips and a really good grip when she gets like a body lock. So I think Ketlin Vieira obviously just went 5 rounds. Her last fight, she's getting a 3 round fight here against Raquel Pennington, who's kind of seen her days. I think this is a clearly set up match for Ketlin to win. I think it's a close. I see the close lines, and that's pretty, pretty nice looking if you're asking me. Ketlin Vieira, I think is going to easily win this fight, and it's going to look like a whole lot of top control. and you know how they judge these girl fights. If you're controlling, you're winning. So, Dana, what do you got for this one?
I'm all over Ketlin Vieira. I think Raquel Pennington, being a 35-year-old, 34-year-old woman who is on the latter half of her career, she's got 9 losses. Tough to look past that. Ketlin's only got 2, and she's riding a lot of momentum. Short and simple.
Short and simple. What do you got, Goosey?
See, this one, it's as close as the line's saying. I think the coin flip depending on who goes out there and has the better fight. Personally, I think Ketlin Vieira is going to be able to do it. I think she was able to manage Holly Holm well. If you're able to manage that boxing, I think you'll be able to handle the boxing of Raquel Pennington. It's a little bit different style. Pennington's throwing a little more volume. She hits hard. She's trying to stay in your face, but Ketlin Vieira is a big girl. She uses clinch and cage control well. She holds up against the fence. She tries to get the takedowns. And to be honest, I follow Tisha Torres on Instagram. Her and Raquel Pennington have been on vacation a lot lately. So, and what I think it's going to be a close fight, seeing that, take it for what it's worth. I'm putting it out there, but I'm going to pick Ketlin Vieira here.
Let's go. What do you got, Front Kick?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride Ketlin. Controversial decision this past summer against Holly Holm, like you guys said, but yeah, I'm just gonna ride Ketlin for the same reason you guys are. Yeah, keep it short.
Go. We're gonna move into the next fight. This is a 185-pound scrap. This is Punahele Soriano, 9-2, coming out against Roman Kopylov, 9-2. I love Punahele Soriano. I'm a big fan of his fight style. I think that, he can win this fight. He might have to wrestle. That when I think about this fight, man, I think of Punahele. He's such a wide built. Like, he takes those photos in the mirror. He's so wide. And then I think of Kopylov, and he's such a skinny guy for 185. So I really think that if Punahele Soriano just, game plans to really put his hands all over Kopylov, I think he can get a lot of control time, maybe, do some damage from the top. Also love his bombs that he throws. So, but I am scared that Kopylov is going to keep his distance and pick away at my boy. But I'm going to ride with Punahele to kind of win this fight however he has to. But he's got a couple options, whereas Kopylov has to keep his distance and has to kind of have a flawless night out. So, Dano, what are you taking in this one?
Same thing as you. I like Punahele in this one, and to me, it feels like Kopylov comes to kickbox, whereas Punahele's coming to just scrap. And I got Punahele in a scrap in this one. I don't know what the outcome will be, inside distance or decision, because they're both pretty durable, but I'm taking the boy Punahele.
R.I.P. And what's his name? Maximov. I can't believe he lost that fight to Maximov. Goosey, what do you got?
Puna. I'm gonna take him in this one. I like stylistically how they match up. He's got bombs in the hands. He's got a pretty good grappling threat. And then when I look back at Kopylov's last fight with Alessio Di Chirico, he gassed out really badly and then had a quick sprint in the third and was able to get him out of there. But I personally think that Punahele Soriano is going to be able to use the pace, put some pressure on him, gas him out, and then really take over that second and third round. So that's what I'm going to pick here.
Let's go. What do you got, Front Kick?
I just want to start off by saying RIP to Victoria Lee, 18-year-old one championship fighter. But I'm gonna ride with Punahele, Hawaii. Let's go. Put him on the map. He's a fucking banger. He comes out to scrap. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose this fight. Another thing is Roman's got a negative strike differential, not anything drastic, but just slight. So yeah, give me Punahele Soriano.
Let's go. We're moving into the co-main event. Another 45 scrap. We got Danny Gay versus Damon Jackson. We got a Geeks Chat alumni, Damon Jackson. Love this guy. Line is close. Man, I think that he can win this fight. This is going to be a super, super, super good fight. This is definitely a 50-50 matchup. This 45 division from the bottom to the top is so good. I'm taking Damon Jackson to win a close decision where he is grinding takedowns over and over and over. Let's go. Dana, what do you got?
I think this one will be I wish I would have said this for the Punahele or Kopylov, but I'm taking those two fights to either be fight of the night because Punahele comes to bang, Damon Jackson comes to bang, and Dan Ige is always a hard night out. So that being said, I'm gonna ride with Damon Jackson just because I feel like Ige, he had his moment and he just didn't look too great in his past couple fights. And I believe Damon Jackson just has a weird enough style to confuse him, stall him, make him hesitant, stuff like that. So I'm riding Damon Jackson.
Let's go. Goosey, what do you got?
I'm gonna go Damon as well here. I think that he has that style where he's trying to pressure. If he can get Ige moving back, he's really struggled with that. Ige definitely has the power advantage here, but just mixing the martial arts, I think Damon Jackson's going to be able to do a little better job of that, get it done in this one.
Goosey, nice take right there, Goosey. What take do you have, front kick?
Yeah, so this fight's gonna be a banger. Dan Ige's got the pop in his hands, but I'm gonna ride with Damon Jackson. I think it could get scrambly on the ground if it does get there. But yeah, I mean, I trust Damon to evade those hands and make something happen. Let's go with Action Jackson.
Action Jackson. We're moving into the main event of the night. We got the main event of the night. We've got Sean Strickland stepping out against Nasruddin Imavov. Strickland 25-5. Nasruddin is going to be 12-3. This one's tough because I was telling everyone before, we had a long discussion last night about, Sean Strickland stepping in and what he's going to look like. And I watched a very long and very important interview. I got to give a shout out to the Schmo because he gets in that gym all the time, and he got to talk to Sean Strickland, and not the best looks. I mean, Sean Strickland definitely was eating cookies and gaining weight. That is why this is going to be at 205 because Strickland had no business getting down to 85. Not the best of looks. So Strickland says that he's going to be really aggressive and come out fast, which I think plays right into Imavov's kind of wheelhouse. So I mean, I'm very much on the fence in this fight because I would take Strickland if they both had full camps for each other. But Imavov, with the circumstances and the approach that he's taken, I think that he might be able to find a shot, and if he doesn't, I think he can win at least 3 of these 5 rounds. So I'm gonna lean on Imavov for this main event here. Let's go Dano off a rep. What are you thinking for this one?
I'm with you. I like Imavov. What makes me nervous about Strickland was that listening to his interview today, he was going on about planning trips and riding his dirt bike and whatnot. And like you said, he really had no intentions of fighting recently. He also got the call from Sean Shelby or Mick. One of the two called him, so it wasn't like Kelvin fell out and he called in to get the fight. It wasn't like he was training, staying ready for the fight. They came to him, and they came to him with a lot of money, he said, which really, perked his ears up. So I think this isn't the best Sean Strickland that we're going to see. I think Imavov has all the tools for it. He has all the, readiness. Like he's been ready. He's been training. He's been in camp. Strickland's kind of just saying, all right, I'll take it, with the bag thrown at him. So I got to ride Imavov.
Let's go. Goosey, what's your take here?
Taking the American Psycho, fellas. All right, I did put some thought into it. He's ever so slightly the underdog here. And I think stylistically, this one bodes well for him, because he was the last main event of 2022. He's got a month off, enough time to heal up. He probably didn't lose too much cardio. He's got He's got a bunch of guys he's there training with. Marvin Vettori was in his interview with the Schmo. He said he's ready to go. I trust Marvin, Angry Marv. He wouldn't lie to the people. Sean Strickland coming in at he says about 215, so not overweight. And I just think he's gonna be ready to go. You know, the last time he got a pretty decent knockout was when he was fighting a little bit heavier against Brendan Allen. And his game plan is get guys on the back foot, outpace them, out cardio them. And that is a style that Nasruddin Imavov, I believe, will struggle with because he fights well going forward. He loses a lot of pop going backwards. And then, I mean, we've seen multiple fights now where he's had 2 rounds of cardio. So it's not like he's going to be doing more. I think he's just going to have to slow the game plan down, really try and either pick his shots on Strickland, who's very hard to hit. I think statistically, he's one of the hardest in the UFC to hit. He doesn't get knocked out a lot. And then he does push a good pace for 5 rounds. Both of those things bode well for him. Short notice, he was preparing for Kelvin Gastelum. Those same techniques probably won't be as effective on Sean Strickland. So what do I got to lose? I'm going to take Sean Strickland in this one.
Let's go. Fired take. Let's go. Fishman, what do you got?
No, I like both sides of this fight. So with Sean, like Goose said, I mean, this guy, in my eyes, another opinion I have is just I'm attached to the 5-round experience, just experience in general. I mean, this guy's fought better dudes. He's fought the who's who of the division. He's been at the top of the rankings. So he's got Imavov beat there, I believe, but this guy's fresh. I mean, he's hungry, and it's just Sean's in a position where he needs a win, and he's also getting a bag, but I see him putting a decent pace on this guy. Like, I see him hitting him a bunch, and I also don't see Imavov putting him out. So I think it could go Sean's way. So I'm going to ride with Sean on this, but yeah, I mean,
Let's go.
Imavov, he's been ready. He's been ready in training, like you guys have said. So yeah, I'm just ride with Sean though. He needs that win, so I think he's gonna come out, put a good scrap on for us.
Interesting. Split down the middle. Stay tuned to the sheet. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in. Drop a subscription, drop a comment, drop a like, hit us on Instagram, Twitter, everything, TikTok, you name it, we got it. Let's get it. Thanks for tuning in, fellas. We out.
2023, let's go.